Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be going over one of the most important concepts in the crypto space, and that is wallet security. We are just going to jump straight into things for today's video because this is an extremely important concept and I really want you guys to pay attention to this video and actually understand what I'm trying to say here. If you guys are new to the space, you have to understand that this is a decentralized ecosystem, meaning there is nobody that is going to come and save you if you make a mistake or if you lose your seed phrase. So it's extremely important that you guys pay attention to this video. And honestly, if any of your friends or anybody you know is trying to break into crypto, please share this video with them. All right, so honestly, crypto wallet security really starts from the moment you set up your first self-custody wallet, because when you're setting up a self-custody wallet, they are going to assign you a secret recovery phrase, which basically gives you access to your private keys. And the first mistake that you could actually make when you're setting up a self-custody wallet is by screenshotting these secret recovery phrases. Or if you're writing your secret recovery phrase down on your notes app or your messages app, anything that's online is not where you want to be writing these things down. Because in the off chance that you get hacked or you get malware on your computer and these things are recorded in places that are easily accessible by hackers, they can just go in their Phantom and add an account and then import your secret recovery phrase or your private key and steal everything that's in your Phantom wallet. And if you guys are confused as to what the difference is between the two of them, just think about it like the secret recovery phrase is basically your key to access your private key, and your private key is basically the key to access your wallet. But you only need either a secret recovery phrase or a private key to access a Phantom account. So that means for you guys that you need to protect these things with your life. So I personally always write my seed phrases down on a piece of paper and I store them in safe places. And guys, if you have even a shred of doubt that you didn't set your wallet up properly the first time, please just make a new account and do things the right way the first time. If you are really taking crypto seriously, there is probably a 99.9% chance that you are going to have to use a seed phrase at some point in your life. Like maybe your computer breaks, or maybe you want to import your wallet onto a mobile device. You are going to need to use your seed phrase for these things. So just set it up the right way. So the next thing on this list is just as important as the first thing, and it's to not expose your private keys anywhere if you are new. You're probably asking yourself, okay, what the hell does this mean? And basically, the only way that this is going to be applicable to you right now is if you are using trading bots. So Photon or BullX, these are probably the only two platforms you guys are familiar with right now. But essentially what they do is they make wallets for you and they give you the option to export your private key and import it into a new account. So essentially what that looks like is they create a wallet for you, then they would give you the option to export your private key. And if you wanted to do that, you would just import the private key right here and you'd be able to view it in Phantom. But honestly, if you are a beginner in this space, I don't even think that that is necessary for you guys. You can just use those wallets on those trading platforms without having to worry about your private keys. Because let's say you're not really paying too much attention and you accidentally copy and paste your private key into something like your Messenger app or your Notes app or something of the sort, and then you forget about it. If one day your computer or something that you own gets hacked, they could potentially find these private keys, and it's very easy to just import wallets like I've showed you already. And honestly, if I were you guys, I would seriously be paranoid about this. All right, and that brings us into our next step, which is to never connect your Phantom wallet really anywhere if you're a beginner, but in general, don't connect them anywhere that you are skeptical. A good rule of thumb if you're new is seriously just don't connect your wallet anywhere until you feel a little more comfortable in this space. But if you're a bit more experienced, the only places that I would recommend that you really look for these sites is on the Explore tab in Jupyter under the trending sites. Even here though, I would practice caution because you never know when one of these protocols is hacked or if there's a bad link. It's too sketchy to just be nefariously connecting your wallet places. And look, if you really can't help yourself, just use a burner account and you can connect to places with this and not have to risk losing everything in your main accounts. I'm actually adding that here now on the third step so that you guys really understand. Just avoid any bad scenario, use a burner, your life will be a lot easier. All right, and that brings us into the fourth tip, which is to not trust everything you see on social media. People literally are getting hacked every day, and I just want to make it really clear to you guys that there are quite literally thousands of accounts that their entire purpose is to get you to make a mistake on Twitter. So if you just go through the Pudgy Penguins thread about the announcement for that Pengu token, you're gonna see hundreds of comments that are like this, where people are saying that there is a bonus allocation that you are entitled to if you click this link and connect your wallet, and this is how people drain your wallets. So what you guys need to be looking out for is the handle of these accounts. Look at how similar this account looks to the actual Pudgy Penguin Twitter account. And I have seen so many accounts with gold check marks and one letter difference saying that there are airdrop claims if you click XYZ link, and all of these things are just being made to try and scam you. So you really need to be vigilant on social media with all of these fake accounts. And guys, not only fake accounts, sometimes the real accounts actually get hacked, and the hacker will post a drainer link on the main account to get as many people as possible to, lose a lot of money. So that's why it's important to not only stay smart on social media, but also just always use a burner so that you don't ever put yourself in the situation to get drained. And that kind of brings me to the next point, which is to just not trust things that are too good to be true. If somebody is telling you that you are going to make a ton of money by, clicking XYZ link or doing XYZ task, they are probably trying to scam you. I have personally been DM'd before by official teams for Memecoins or NFT launches that have said that they'd love to work with me and to hop in a Discord call, and literally the entire thing was a social engineering scam. So I really can't stress enough how important it is to stay smart out there and not trust everything you see. If I were you and I was new to the space, I would literally ignore every DM that I got. I would ignore every comment that gets posted on any of my tweets, and I would literally pretend like every single person in this space is out to get me. That is seriously how bad it is. And look, you don't have to just take my word for it. Just go and check out this account, ZachXBT. He does very large scale investigations into some of the biggest hacks, rug pulls, and biggest security events in crypto. And if you just read some of these threads, they are absolutely insane. And he's not the only one. People post about this stuff all the time, and the whole crypto community is always on edge and talking about these things. So educate yourself and actually look into some of these scams and how people are doing it so that you can protect yourself and notice them if anyone is trying to play them on you in the future. And that brings us to our 7th tip, which is to avoid clicking links in general, but specifically in Phantom. And I'll show you what I mean. So this may have already happened to you, but sometimes you'll get airdropped random tokens. I personally don't have any in this wallet for this example, but they're going to be random tokens that you haven't purchased before that end up in your Phantom wallet somehow. And what these people want you to do is click into them, and there usually will be a link somewhere in this area. And this actually even happens more frequently with the NFT tab in Phantom, but we actually haven't gotten into any of that stuff yet. So you probably won't have to worry about this, but if you ever get airdropped a NFT that you didn't purchase, never click on it, because 99% of the time they have drainer links in them. Another quick thing to look out for in Phantom is if you ever think you're connected to a sketchy site or anything of the sort, just navigate over to the settings, go to your connected apps, and remove and disconnect your wallet from these places. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to talk about right now is that you should never keep everything in one Phantom account, because if that account gets compromised, you are going to be very sad and very upset. I like to spread out my assets amongst multiple different accounts, and I also utilize cold storage. So I personally have multiple different Phantom accounts where I store smaller amounts of Solana, but everything is really in my ledgers, which is a whole different thing. And in my opinion, if you have more than $1,000 in crypto, you should probably consider getting a ledger at some point. In my experience, this is the best way to store your crypto, and most people would probably agree with me on this. But honestly, I will probably make a separate video covering cold storage in the future. It is a whole different concept. So I think for now, that is going to wrap up the video for today. Wallet security is an extremely important concept that we will continuously go over throughout the course of this channel. If you are new to this space, this is the most important video that you will watch on my channel for the foreseeable future. So please be smart out there, stay safe. Thank you all so much for watching the videos and supporting this channel so far, and I will see you in the Telegram.